Exodus chapter 3 verses 14a, God said to Moses, I am who I am. Exodus 3:14b, God adds, say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. He is building a bridge between his name, I am who I am, and his name, Yahweh. In Exodus 3:15, God also says to Moses, say this to the people of Israel, the Lord Yahweh, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever. This name, Yahweh, is a Hebrew word built on the Hebrew verb I am. It means I am who I am with all that. What God tells about us himself 6,800 times. God's name is, in other words, God's name is a message. And the message is about how he intends to be known. Every time his name appears all 6,800 times in there. His name is to remind us of his utterly unique 10 dimensions to its meaning. 1. God is absolute being means he never had a beginning. This staggers the mind. Every child asks, who made God? Every wise parent says, nobody made God. God simply is and the otherwise was. Nobody. True. God is absolute being means God will never end. If he did not come into being, he cannot go out of being. Because he is absolute being. He is what is. There is no place to go outside of being. There is no place to go outside of being. There is only God. Before he created, that is all that is God. God is absolute being means God is absolute reality. There is no reality before him. There is no reality outside of him unless he wills it and makes it. He is not one of many realities before he created. He is simply there as absolute reality. He is all that was eternally. No space, no universe, no emptiness. Only God, absolutely there, absolutely all. 4. God is absolute being that God is utterly independent. He depends on nothing to bring him into being or support him or counsel him or make him what he is. That is what absolute being means. 5. God is absolute being means that everything that is not God depends totally on God. All that is not God is secondary and dependent. The entire universe is utterly secondary, not primary. It comes into being. It came to being by God and is said in the being moment by God, by moment on God's decision to create being. 6. God is absolute being means all the universe is by comparison to God as a contingent. Dependent reality is to absolute. Independent reality as a shadow to its substance, as an echo to a thunder cloud, as a Bible to the ocean. All that we see, all that we are amazed by in the world, in the galaxies, is compared to God as nothing. All the nations are as nothing before him, and they are accounted by him as less than nothing and emptiness. Isaiah 14, verse 7. God's absolute being means that God is constant. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He cannot be improved. He is not becoming anything. He is who he is. There is no development in God, no progress. Absolute perfection cannot be improved. 8. God's absolute being means that he is the absolute standard of truth, goodness, and beauty. There is no law book to which he looks to know what is right. No almanac to establish facts. No guide to determine what is excellent or beautiful. He himself is the standard of what is right, what is true, what is beautiful. 9. God is absolute being means God does whatever He pleases, and it is always right, and always beautiful, and always in accord with truth. There are no constraints on Him from outside Him that could hinder Him from doing anything He pleases. All reality that is outside of Him, He created and designed and governs. So He is utterly free from any constraints that do not originate from the counsel of His own will. God's absolute being means that He is the most important, the most valuable reality, the most important and the most valuable person in the universe. He is more worthy of interest and attention and admiration and enjoyment than all other realities, including the entire universe. This is the message of His name. In the Exodus, He establishes a link forever between His name and His mighty rescue of Israel from bondage. The timing of the revelation of His name is not coincidental. The God is coming to save Israel's word to know who this saving God is. God says, in fact, tell them that my name is Yahweh, and make clear what this means. And I am absolutely free and independent. I chose freely to serve my people, and the freedom of my being and the freedom of my love are one.